I guess me and Bridge, back in 2013, before I was injured, we always wanted to move in our own home. We were expecting Asta at that time, and things changed. About halfway through that year, so our plans changed. I grew up down in Lorne, and on my parents' property that had a bit of space and open space, and gardening and surfing and coastal environment was something that we wanted to make part of our life permanently. So we set out about finding a space, and Torquay was on the way to Lorne and close to Geelong and Melbourne for rehab or for work and things like that for the future. So we set about designing a purpose-built home for me and Bridge that was number one, accessible, number two, as independent as possible, and number three, where we could live and potentially work from home, and that gave us access to rehab and the things that we needed to do going forward. And I guess now we've got Asta, it's great that she can run around in a bit of a backyard and learn and develop in the ways that we want her to grow as well. So we feel that we're lucky. So we found an architect through Third Ecology that we work with Mark and designing a home that, like I talked about, that was accessible and independent. And from the very beginning, the excavating, the concrete to building and to the fit out of anything from the carpet to blinds to all the tiles, it's been very overwhelming that people are just so generous, and it just shows that we do live in a wonderful community and a very special part of the world. Access was the big one for us. So when we sat down and looked at the rooms and potentially what we're going to need, not just for now but for 5, 10, 15 years time over our lifetime, we needed to make rooms and hallways bigger so that I could get around. I experienced from the very beginning, as soon as I was in a wheelchair, that I might be able to get into a bedroom, but I couldn't get any further than that. So it's just lovely to be able to go into a bedroom and to wheel around and to access all parts of the house, and that's for being able to be as independent as possible, but also to interact with Asta and anyone else. So after that, all the kitchen bench tops and the vanity units, I've got accessibility there, so I can get in under benches and turn taps on, which I could never do anywhere else that I've lived. The shower and the bathroom areas are just so spacious, and I don't feel like when I'm moving around that I'm cramped in any way. So that's a big part of just the ease of accessibility. So that's big, and being able to control doors, open blinds, put the awnings out, open and close. It's about being independent as possible, and that's one less thing, I guess, that I don't have to ask someone else to do. And that's it's a big part of my life to be able to these little things, they might not seem like much, but they are to me. So it's heating and cooling, even to be able to open kitchen drawers and access a bowl or something that I can do myself. Being able to turn on the sprinklers for the outside area is just something that I was always one that loved being in the garden and set up and help as much as I could. But now if I can turn the garden on, then it's just it's something that I can do that I couldn't do for the last couple of years. So it's nice to be able to open closed doors now that we never could. That now hopefully we'll have a fly-free house, because where we've been living, we've just been leaving it open. So I've set up a therapy room from home and a small hydro pool. So I was always someone that loved surfing and being in the water. So it's now somewhere that I can do that from home, and as much as I like to be able to do it from home and have Asta around and to be interact with. When I was in the water the other day, we swam for the first time in the water together. So it's something, those little special moments. It's not something that I've had the chance to for the last few years. So it's something that I feel lucky that I'm able to do that now. So my future fund was set up, which is now called the Spirit Foundation. So, you know, that was set up for my rehab and my long-term sort of needs ongoing. But, you know, this house is something that me and Bridge wanted to do separate to that, and that's something that has been really, you know, strong and close to us. So we feel, you know, that we're able to do that, and hopefully, you know, ongoing the future fund will support us in what we need. So it's nice to be able to have those guys there that are always there and willing to help us. Yeah, well, during the build, I guess there's been people that we know, and then other people that we've met along the way, and that everyone's been so generous in helping and making this process as easy as possible. So for me and Bridge and Asta, we'd like to say thank you, and, you know, we couldn't have done it without everyone that's been involved. And I guess from us, that you've changed our lives in a little way, and you know, thank you for all your help.